What is up, everyone? And today we are going to be looking at Paint.net, inserting a map, and showcasing my idea of World War III. So, yeah, I'm taking inspiration from the YouTuber Addies Bro. So, I think the aggressor is going to be people from this country, and they're gonna go all the way over here, and they're gonna attack North Korea. And North Korea's color is going to not be that color, and it's definitely not going to be that color, so it's going to be this color. Yeah, that color. And then people who would be joining their side, I think it would be China, Mongolia, then Vietnam would probably join as well. So, yeah. By the way, in this video, if I mess up on anything, just leave it down in the comment. Oh my gosh. Leave it down in the comments. And so this is the full team. And yeah, so these countries, and then the people on this side, I don't know. I think the people on these guys' sides are most likely going to be Algeria, that country, this country, Egypt, and then Chad, and yeah, I think this is probably gonna be this team, and then maybe like, I don't know, what is this, Kyrgyzstan and Turkmenistan, right? I don't quite know. I'm not very good with this part of geography, at least. The stands. But yeah, I think these are going to be these two sides of the war, at least. But then there's also going to be partial neutral sides. And they're kind of going to lead into a different part of this war. And, well, they're not going to be a big part yet. And they are going to be the blue side, but they're not going to do anything quite yet because they're not going to be involved. And people who are going to be on their team, well, it's a lot. So, yeah, these are the two kind of teams, that have been added, and you'll see what they do later. But for now, yeah, those are the other two teams in this war. But you'll see, let's just say, if you consider West Sahara a country, then good for you. If you don't, well, good for you. But yeah, I consider it kind of like basically Morocco. But I just like to think of it as secondary Morocco. So yeah. And okay, let's get started. So what's gonna happen is, from down here, people from Yemen are gonna go up here to North Korea, and they are going to assassinate their leader, Kim Jong-un, because of some legal troubles in the Middle East. Yeah, because that's something very Middle Eastern to have some, yeah, like they wanted them to join something, and then they didn't join, and then this whole terrorist group came and overthrew everything, and then they assassinated it, and that was right. We're so, like, right there, right? I don't know. But they do that, and now everyone's mad at them, so there you go. And then they declare war. So how they go is they go from this coast, and they kind of import some other people there secretly before China and Taiwan know that it's war, and Vietnam and stuff, and then they attack and declare war all at the same time, kind of, and it starts right here. And they start, and they go here, through all of this, and they kind of try to stay closer to the border, and then North Korea is not happy, so they take out their outdated guns and fire at these Middle Eastern people, and, well, they're being overpowered. And then China hears about this, and they are not happy, and so they come over here, as you can clearly see, and then I'm gonna, yeah, you can clearly see they are coming down from here and retake some of this land, and they are attacking, and they are very, very strong. So they're like wiping out these people instantly, regaining all of this. And while all of this is going on, something else crazy happens. And that is the secondary part of this war that I was talking about just a minute ago. And that is right over here. But I'll share a little bit more about that in a minute. But and then they kind of change tactics, and they decide to attack over here because who would have thought, and these people are also in their union. So they just attack like crazy. And then, what's this, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, something like that. And this is just all being taken out like crazy. And this goes on for a while and ends up looking like that. Yeah, so it ends up looking like this towards the end. Keep in mind, this is not the Great World War III yet. This is just one tiny part that leads to something really big. And so these guys kind of keep their borders looking like this. But, yeah, they just send some nukes over here, and then they've got army groups all over, and, well, as you could expect, they're pretty decimated over here in Yemen. And this causes, well, a little bit of rage from some people in the Spanish, French, Germanic, Moroccan Union over here. Also Portugal and a couple other little countries over here. And I don't know, they're crazy, so they just decide to go pew, and they they start invading Denmark randomly. And they take Denmark over very, very quickly, and that leads to World War III. And, yeah, because I don't know why, but, yep, it happened, and, yeah, I don't know how to fix that, so, yeah, I'm just gonna keep that there. And, so Sweden and Norway over here, and Finland are like, why? And they do a little thing called reverse, and you just take all this back over, and they're like, nope, you're done. No more NATO for you, no more nothing for you. And they like breeze through this. Just keep in mind, most of North, like, let's see who's helping them. Canada's helping them, the US is helping them, Greenland, aka Denmark, but big. Iceland's helping them, the UK is helping them, and then, yeah, so this is all kind of going pretty simple. Oh, yeah, and Japan and Korea. I mean, South Korea, not North Korea, so they're all kind of helping out, and then this starts just being like a cascade of death among these countries, and this leads to just chaos among the Europeans, and, well, that sucks because this whole thing kind of just spirals out of control, and it ends up looking like this for a little bit. And, yeah, the red team thought this was a great time to go ahead and kill. Oh, oops. Go ahead and like kill everyone. So they want their fair share, and uh-oh, that's not good, because what comes next is crazy. And yeah, they're like, hey, y'all are invading them, we'll invade them from this side. And with their ongoing troubles in that place, they decide to be brave and easily emancipate this area, and it's all gone. And now left is the tip of Morocco, easily killed. Very easy, but then when they hear word of this, they get really mad. So they just decide to try to kill them. So they keep them out. No, they don't want them there. And they go through the tip of Morocco, and they start trying to retake some of their land. And they go through the coast over here. They go down here and take all this. And this is kind of like where World War III would be at its peak. It's right here. And then, but at the same time, this is all happening. You gotta realize that Blue is also knocking on the doorstep, and they just, they're taking over so many because most of their army's down there. Because they, like, left them alone so they would kind of forget. And then they attacked, so it was going crazy. And now, well, the people of Spain, Portugal, and France would not be happy right now, and certainly Germany, because they got killed pretty easily, I would say. So this all kind of becomes territory. Oh no, oh no. And they're kind of just left to this, and they let the red take the rest because they don't really care, you know. And well, bam. And yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. So it's about to kind of spiral out of control like crazy here, right when this happens. So they just take this because they just surrender, and yeah, you can just inference that they are very sad. So then they kind of get pushed out of this, though, a little bit by the Asians, and that's the way you fit in. And yeah, they don't like that at all, and yeah, this whole thing happens, and then they kind of just give up over here. And we're kind of left with this mess. And then, when I said things would get spiral out of control, I meant it because this starts happening. North Korea decides, hey, we've been through a lot, so we just want more land to keep us nice and big on morale. And that does not work out at all, because they decide to take some more land. And they're like, yay, more land. But, ooh, that was a bad decision, because I think they forgot that South Korea is like 5 or 10 spots ahead in terms of most powerful countries of North Korea. So they just easily defend it. And yeah, when I say easily, I mean easily. And then they go on offense and take this over, and then they hit Seoul, and then that is the capitulation of North Korea. And they're like, no, that's not good. And so then they start, the blue team starts their conquest into the pink purples, which are the Chinese and Russian. And boy, is that going so well, but not about to go so well in a minute here. because that's when they discover that China's more powerful than them, and China just goes little bang, and just, let me get a bigger thing here. Yeah, they kind of just get out of here. Then they just meow. Then they just meow. And then total war. And this is what it ends up looking like towards the end of this segment. And no, this is not the conclusion just yet, because we still have another like 5 minutes of war to go. These guys kind of stop doing what they're doing and decide to reform the Soviet Union. Actually, no, they don't. Never mind. I'm changing my idea here, because what they're just gonna do is they are just going to attack Japan. So never mind. Forget I ever said that, because we're not gonna do that in this video. Maybe in a different video. I don't know. And then yeah, they take that over pretty easily. But surprisingly, Japan stands their ground on the South Island. I forgot what it's called. Forgive me, please. And yeah, they let no invaders come through. And then the guys over here come to their aid and start attacking from the north. And when I say north, I mean very north, the Russian peninsula. Well, is this peninsula? I think it technically is, right? Yes, that is peninsula. And they split it right here, so it's split off from the rest. And then some guys venture out over here and make sure no one's over here. And then they split off over here, so no one has any contact with them at all. And this leads to kind of like the capitulation of them. And then we're kind of left with this blob of massive borders and boundaries. And this is where this is kind of like the turning point of the war, because they go way out here and like spiral, and then they capture Moscow, and that's pretty crucial. And so this just leads to like a cascade of winning. And China's over there fighting their battles with Japan, so they can't really help right now. And that kind of leads to this whole thing. This diagram of this. Oh no. Yeah, definitely a pretty big oh no. For Asia at least, because they just lost a very, very, very powerful power. Well, that's a dumb sentence. A very crucial and powerful thing in their army, and kind of collection of nations, and now they've lost, well, a lot. So kind of left with this, and this is kind of where it ends, and they kind of call peace. And so the borders kind of end up being like this. And it kind of leads to this whole map. And as you can see, the red team clearly like has the least amount of everything. And you can also see that the yellow team does not exist anymore, like at all. And that kind of sucks. But yeah, this kind of wrap it up for my WW3 diagram of what I think could possibly happen. And yeah, we're kind of left with this weird thing. Maybe I'll fix that real quick, because I don't know, I just don't like how that looks. So let me fix it. So it's gonna be more like that. Yeah, that's a better border, right? Yeah, I think that's better. So perfect. Very good. So yeah. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment what you think we should do next. Typically, I do more of Fortnite and Red Dead videos that for some reason aren't posting correctly. So yeah, they will post soon, maybe. But yeah, mapping said it was pretty cool, so I like it. So yeah, hope you all do as well, and like I said before, like, subscribe, comment, and hit the drum. Peace out.